timeless reading for Aries, starting with the card Male, followed by Sustainability, Coincidence, Female, Death and Resistance. Usually I read from left to the right and then I start with the second row again. But this time I first want to look at this pair here, male and female, above or below each other. It looks to me like some kind of recycling process, starting with the male card into the first row, and then from the first row it starts with the female card into the second row. Something is here about recycling, also about give and take. And the confirmation for the topic of recycling is the sustainability card. The rainwater is, so to speak, being recycled. You store it and then you use it on some days where there's no rain but a lot of sun. You can water your plants because there's no rain anymore, but you were acting sustainable. So yeah, there's just something about realizing that either you have a huge realization about how to make your life more sustainable, not only for your environment and nature, but also for yourself, how you can get the best use from something, from items, by using them in a proper way, or reusing them, repairing them, or something in your household or in your garden that you have some kind of realization, oh, if I keep changing my habits, if I do it this way instead of that way, I will save a lot of money, I will save a lot of resources, I will also save a lot of work and energy. Like something, this is like a huge epiphany that you're having about your sustainability. And if you are already someone who lives a very sustainable life and who is aware of many things in environment and in nature and regarding your household and resources, then you will become even more like this. Like something becomes very efficient and you will have a realization about how some people also around you in your environment, they are just living by chance. Everything that works out for them is just like a coincidence. Like this boy, he does not see the abyss that he just crossed because he's naive and he's just staring into the sky. He's not acting responsibly, and he's just by chance, by coincidence, by accident stepping over this abyss, not falling into it. He's not falling into it because he's so smart and so thinking, acting in a sustainable way. No, it's just a coincidence. And you will have a realization about that something has been working out for a lot of people, not because they made it work. It was just a coincidence. Some of you might even invent something here, like this feels very huge. Another thing here with the male card is there is something here about force, energy, being active, being potent in life in general. Being a doer, being a thinker, not only thinking but also doing, this kind of stuff. So there is some kind of potential and force behind this, which pushes everything into action. But after acting, after working, you also have to receive, and then you need the female energy, which is more receptive. This is the outgoing energy, the force, the push, the action. And this is the space in which this energy moves around and perhaps settles down, takes on shape and form. And as that happens, you step into the energy of death. I do not necessarily mean you are going to die. I mean, you are going to die, but probably, hopefully not soon. This is just a metaphor here for being able to release and let go of things and people, saying goodbye to things and people without going through an inner experience of loss, without fearing, without trying to keep a secret bond. This is entirely letting go, entirely also freeing yourself from something. I'm also getting something that sounds less spiritual, less spiritual, more mundane. For some of you, there is something about waiting. You've been waiting for something new, and it took quite a while. You have been working on something. You have been working on creating some new circumstances for yourself, but it takes a lot of time until everything has settled down and you can step out and say goodbye to your old life and step into your new life, because it was very complex and very enduring, very it took a long time. It wasn't like oh, I'm gonna just apply for a new job and after 2 months you got your new job and then you quit the old one. No, it wasn't that simple. Like, it was very, very complex, and it might have taken a few years until you built something new, and until this, whatever it was that you were working on, was ready for you to move in. It could be an entire house, it could be a house, a business, and a new country you want to move to. Like, something was very, very complex. And you had to wait until it's finished so you can go there, step into this new life and throw away the old life entirely, like an entire change of all your life circumstances. This is what I'm getting here as well. And for that, you needed to go through this kind of spiritual process of acting and receiving, also of being the potential force, yet being the one who's waiting, the one who's open, the one who is watching and receiving. Of course, it also speaks to our gender. So whether someone is a man or a woman, there is something about, by you wanting to build this new life for yourself, like leaving the country, changing your job, changing your mindset, building a house, like everything, all of this like just an entirely new life where nothing of the old life is left. Being able to make this happen, you had to balance this. When you're a man, maybe you had to find or enhance your female qualities. And if you're a woman, then of course the other way around. It also feels that some of you had to do all of this on your own. Maybe there was no one in your personal life who helped you. Maybe you even kept everything a secret and told no one what your plans are, because you have already learned that if you tell people about your plans, they will only speak up against them. Tell you it's not possible. If that's the case, then you had for quite a while have to carry this kind of, I'm calling it a burden now, but it's not a burden, but yeah. Having these huge plans and even working on them. Maybe you even had to learn a new language and take other classes to make all this happen. But with the death card, I feel like this is you, like really throwing this old stuff out. This skull that the guy here is throwing into the abyss could also be a metaphor, a symbol for your old mindset, all the stuff that used to be in your head. You can now throw it away forever and just leave everything behind. And by living in this sustainable manner, always thinking far ahead into the future, building your future, maybe for several years by taking classes, changing profession, learning about this and that, and somehow trying to figure out how to leave the country, whatever, all these complex things. And keeping all of this a secret. And then comes the day when your work is done and you can reap what you sowed. And you just say goodbye. There will be a huge resistance. Not your own. Someone or several people will resist heavily. Like it will be such an extreme surprise for them. They will not be able to believe or grasp what they see. Like this person or these people, they were always negative and they were always telling you that everything you want and everything you do is idiotic and impossible. And then comes the day when you just tell them, hey, I'm leaving the country forever. I'm moving to another continent. I have learned another language. I never told you about that. And I build a house in a foreign land. And I will not be a German teacher anymore, but I will suddenly be a chemistry professor or a rock star. I don't know, something like that. Like there is just a huge change. And by the way, I have learned Chinese. Something that no one will expect, especially not these people who always downplay you and tell you everything's impossible, especially for you. It might even be someone who thinks you are some kind of stupid person. Someone who doesn't think very highly of you. This person will just suffer so much when either you share the news with them or maybe you will not even tell them. They will just figure it out somehow. They will hear it from someone else or they will read it in the news. I don't know. And oh my God. They will burst apart. Okay, I'm gonna pull some health and lifestyle cards for you as well. Actually, this one fell out. I'm gonna keep it because it's just a proper match here with male and masculine. So this can of course also relate to you if you're a woman, that you just discovered a very potent masculine energy within yourself that made a lot of things happen. Then we have kidney, strength training. Also quite suitable here. There's something about your strength. It doesn't only have to be about your physical strength. Lungs, ears, poop, sleep, pet, hands. Okay, no, I'm not gonna leave it here. I will pull some final words and, not words, letters and numbers for you. Number 3 we have, number 5, another 3. So maybe this is significant for you. Then we have a number 4, but also a 9 or a 6, that's up to you. AST could mean sad. Let's get some more. We have either 2 M's or W's, Z, another 2, another 6 or 9, E and S. So maybe you can find some initials here. We have a match. Then there is wet. We also have sweat. And we have, if we turn it around, meat. And another thing I'm seeing here is saw. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.